Hi, it's me again. I am continuing my destash. I'm going to try to make the videos a little shorter and just do more of them. I am still continuing to destash my craft room. This is lot number 20. It's a great deal, $45 plus shipping. The case alone and the marker organizer, I guarantee, is probably at least $20 in itself. But you're getting this down a little bit. You are getting all of these Spectrum Noir sets. You're supposed to store them vertically, or I mean vertically, horizontally. So that's why they're sitting in this container like this. I have most of all of the colors. If you have ever been to AC Moore, if you have access to a AC Moore, they sell Spectrum Noirs as a set in one color family, usually for $7. So this would be one set, this would be one set, etc. I do have two blenders. I think there's three blenders actually. Yeah, there's one more blender down here. Let me just move you down a little bit. So all of those colors above, some neutrals towards the bottom, and I do have some stamp blendabilities, I think they're called. These were the older version of Stampin' Up! Alcohol pens that match their sets, their paper colors. They do have a different set now. These were sold in trios, and I just tested them. They're working fine. So this would have been one set, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets. Now they are making them in blending marker sets of 2. So this is when they used to make them with 3. So this whole set with the container and all, I'm pretty much just giving it away for $45 plus shipping. Okay, so it is kind of a big package, so just keep in mind that I'm charging only that amount because I kind of think the shipping might be a little bit. Okay, all right, so the next set, let me move on back down here. Lot number 21. This is lot number 21. It's a random bag of stuff that I have collected from scrapbooking expos. This has a bunch of stuff in it. Little metal tin that you can put paper on and make it a storage. I don't know. I didn't know what to do with it, so I didn't even open it. A little bit of artsy set. Okay. Embellishments, some stickers. There's all kinds of stuff. There's a treat holder. It's a pattern that you can use. It has lines that you follow, and then you can use a stamp or a boner and fold. There's these oval swing cards that I never opened. Here they are. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Some buttons, some stamps that I did use, some of them, not all of them. And then there, I think I threw in, yeah, at the very bottom, you'll see that there's all of these old stamp sets, clear stamp sets from my paper pumpkin from Stampin' Up! And there is one Night of Navy. Let me just make sure that that is still working because sometimes they dry out. Yeah, that one is dried out, so I'm just going to throw that out. Okay, so you still get all of these stamp sets in here. So there's quite a few of them. 4, 5 at least. So this is lot 21 for $10, but that's not all it is. It's that, and then I have one paper pumpkin from, when was this? This doesn't have a date. Well, it must have been from Valentine's Day. It's the whole kit to make this little conversation hearts with the What are these? Clothespins and sequins, everything in there. And I'm even giving you 2 scrapbooking kits that have matching embellishments. They're all in this bag. Here's another one with all sequins and buttons and die cuts. Okay, so all of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's lot 21 for $10. Okay, lot 22, this I'm charging very little for because it is very heavy. This is lot 22 for $15, and you're getting 4 punches. This is a very big, the large 8 punch. You can do the outer cut, this shape, you can just turn that on, or if you want the inner cut, just the inner snowflakes, or if you want this combined one with the cutout and the snowflakes, you would turn both of these on. Okay, so it's like 3 punches in one. Okay, it works with a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and it's pretty cool. I wish I had a scrap piece of 12 by 12, and I don't. Not with me right now. Okay, so, but it's really, it turns out exactly like this for a 12 by 12 paper. And all you do is punch 4 times, flip the paper over, and punch 4 times again, and it'll end up looking like this. Okay, so that's one. The second one is a heart one. It looks like this. So again, outer cut, you could turn that on, inner cut on or off, and then if you want it to look like this, you turn them both on. Okay, so that's those 2. Plus, you get this kind of Mediterranean mosaic kind of looking thing. And this edge punch here as well. Okay, so those 4 punches is lot 22 for $15. And like I said, these big 8 punches are very heavy, so you have to take in consideration the shipping. Number 23, I have a lot of 9 Wink of Stella. Is it Wink of Stella? Wink of, I don't know what it's called. Wink of Luna. Wink of Luna, I remember now. Wink of Luna. Okay, so a lot of you are probably familiar with the Wink of Stella. This is pretty much the same. It's a brush applicator. There's 9 of them. I opened, if it has this black plastic thing, that means it's not open. In order to activate them, you have to unscrew this, take that black plastic off, and screw it in, and then it'll make a punch into the actual paint reservoir. So these 4 have not been used because they still have the black plastic in. These 5 have been used, but I hardly use them. I bought the whole set. I always have to have an OCD problem and have to buy the whole set of something, and then I only used them a couple times, and that was about it. So I did test all of them. They're working fine. I actually tested them on this paper, the ones that I used, the 5 that I used, and they're perfectly fine. So that's $20, lot 23. Lot 24 is the last lot, and it is $20. Again, I tested some of the markers. It's these stickles that are in this case, 3 of them. Prima Prima tried to come out and compete with the marker industry. They're double-ended. One's brush tip, one's fine tip. There are 4, 6, 8, 10 in here, but one of them is the blender, I believe. Yes, one of them is the blender. So there's 10 altogether, but one of them is the blender. Okay. Let me just show you what those look like inside, because some people have never seen the Prima. So one end, I never use them, so they're so hard to open, is kind of a fine tip. It's still brush. And this is the angled edge for wide coverage. Okay. These are for people who like making like embellishments for their scrapbooks or cards. I thought I would have used them, but I never did. You have this metal, what is it called? A bezel that you can hang on a chain. Here's the smaller version, and these are the dies. So you can cut whatever paper you want and put them right on here and embellish them. And then there's another set that's like a coat of arms. So this is the dies, and then here's the bezel. Okay. And last but not least in this slot is Spellbinders die set. Never used it. Loved it so much, bought it twice. So that's why this one was never opened. So I didn't realize that I already had it, which most of us crafters do all the time. So there's that one, this set, the Prima alcohol markers, and the stickles. That's lot 24, $20. Okay, so please respond. All prices are not including shipping, so you have to take in consideration that I still have to ship it to you. Please give me your PayPal email address and what lot you want, and your zip code, so I can find out how much your shipping would be. Okay, thank you very much.